Hi guys, I'm TTB, and here are some more Mechwarrior Online patch news, because it's finally the time of the month again when we get some new goodies and some new balance additions added to Mechwarrior Online. May 18th patch notes. We see a Canyon network rework, we see a Weapons Pass 2, Agility Pass 1, we see mech armor allocation changes, and more. The patch notes start with some introduction from Darren, talking about the Cauldron group that helped make all of this possible with their input on balancing. If you guys want to check out the Cauldron group, if you want to provide some comments or have some questions, you can go on and head on over to the Discord server. The link to the whole post is in the video description below, as always. Afterwards, Matt and Darren give a shout out to the team currently working at MWO, from customer service to engineers to graphic artists, testers, etc., and the web team to help building a better Mechwarrior Online. I think the guys so far over the past few months have done an admirable job of bringing this game back from the brink of obscurity and making it a lot more fun to play and a lot more interesting and fresh. So thank you guys for your hard work. They're also mentioning the Striker Booster Pack. I think you can still pick this up with the pre-order bonuses, but you might have to be fast. And there's also a mention of the Warden Booster Pack, which is of course the booster pack that is going to come out in July. So definitely have a look at my video if you want to see what's in that. This is going to be a spicy one. Last but not least, and actually very important, they're talking about their new level designer, Francois, who's been hard at work improving maps and spawn points. And the first change is going to be in this patch, a complete rework of Canyon Network, new spawn points, and a complete new layout. We will see how that one is going to turn out. I'm really excited to see, because we haven't seen a new map or a changed map like that in quite a while in MWO. All right, let's go over all the details of the patch, and I would love to, of course, to get you guys' feedback. As always, just post it in the video comments down below, or just head on over to Discord. Oh, hey, let's chat on my live stream, twitch.tv/TheRealTTB, as you guys already know. Now, Canyon Network Reboot, I'm just going to read this. This month's patch brings our first significant changes to one of our already existing maps. Canyon Network has received a major facelift, fixing balance issues and spawn points, but also adding ramps, bridges, and major terrain alterations to bring you more mobility options, more cover, and hopefully more fun. As always, guys, play the game, play it a lot, get yourself some good hours into Canyon Network, and then give your opinion. Let people know, let the creators of this map know if you like it and why, and if you see problems, if you don't like it for some reason, also make that known as well, so they can maybe adapt if they need to. To me, let's have a quick look at those screenshots. This is the central area of Canyon Network, the one that used to have that big rock formation here and here. That is now gone. This area is now basically flat. A little bit of a slight rise is still here, but the area where you would march up to the actual middle of the map. But everything else is gone. So there's no more cover in the center. So Potato around the center is going to be more difficult. Also, they've added a lot more walkways, as you can see here. This one is completely new. This area cover here is completely new. I like that this cover right here, for example, covers this side range. If you spawned, let's say, on Charlie back here, you made your way back through there, just follow my mouse cursor, and then over here, you would always get shot by the enemy who was just rushing from their spawn right here and shooting you from up here. This is not going to be as easy anymore if the spawn points are the same, which I think they won't be. We see new ramps in here, we see more areas to cross. This area, of course, is still in from the old one, but this ramp right here is new, giving you access on the left-hand side, which is really, really nice. This other side right here, this high rock that used to be here has also been removed, apparently. Some smaller rocks are here now, but not enough to cover a lot of mechs. The cover around the Charlie land start on this side is still here, so that's good. But what I'm seeing here is a lot of the existing cover that used to be here, especially like the higher cover, seems to be a little bit gone. And I'm a little bit worried about that, but that depends, of course, on the spawn points. If they change the spawn points, then, of course, from what I read, that's going to be the case. And, of course, we're going to do a full review of the new map once it actually hits. But from what I'm seeing here is we're going to have a lot of clear lines of sight. So ample opportunities for sniping and long-range weapons. We'll have to see how easy brawling will be. I'm not thinking so much about brawling in like smaller, more mobile mechs with jump jets, but I'm thinking what will be the problem, for example, if you have an assault mech with a brawling loadout. Will we be able to use that mech effectively? Right now, I can't say, because I'm just seeing a lot of long line of sights, and those don't necessarily lend themselves towards a good brawling experience in assault mechs, because you'll be dead or almost destroyed before you get in range. So we'll see about that. Again, I'm just happy that the change is happening, and now we'll have to see what that change actually plays out like. So much about that. Let's talk about Weapon Pass 2. Following the April patch, a large variety of mechs with different loadouts are being used by the players, which has been one of the main objectives of the first Weapons Pass in April, which has also been always an objective of this channel, to promote build diversity. Don't just build the cookie cutter, copy and paste and be done with it. Guys, this is a game about tinkering. Find out what's fun to you. Build your own mechs. Alright. Some weapon systems have been monitored for potential adjustments, and there will be some changes in here because some of these adjustments might have been too good or too bad. Let's see. Clan micropulses will see a slight damage decrease, and the heat penalty minimum level is set to 13. So you will be able to fire 12 clan micropulses with no heat penalty. I like that, actually. Clan micropulses seem to be in a good spot with this. I haven't really used them as much, but I definitely want to try this for sure. Maybe on a Piranha, or maybe something like the Gargoyle, of course. Snubnose PPC changes in a sphere. I'm not sure what to think of those. The pinpoint damage is decreased to 8 from 10, and they added 1.5 damage applied to adjacent components. So that looks like it's nerfing the pinpoint damage by 2, but it's adding 1.5 splash damage to adjacent components each. So in the end, it will be like 11 damage per shot, but again, just 8 pinpoint, the rest just splashed over. The notes say, following the decreased heat and increased heat scale limits, Snubnose PPCs have returned to mid-short range fights as well as the main energy-based weapons, either by themselves or in combination with large caliber autocannons. In this patch, a slight adjustment is being applied, which introduces splash damage mechanics similar to Clan ER PPC for a reduction in raw pinpoint damage. This change has been made to add unique flavor to Snubnose PPCs and at the same time differentiate it from other pinpoint weapons that usually require a standard engine and heavy tonnage investment. I don't know, not sure if I agree with this change. Like the splash, yeah, I mean, it's nice, but it's not really what you're after. You're after the pinpoint damage. And for a weapon that's already 6 tons, to have this kind of like damage reduction, I don't know. Like at this point, you might as well just use larger groups of light PPCs, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how this change plays out. I thought Snubnose PPCs were in a good spot with the last patch, especially since their range is just super limited. But yeah, so slight pinpoint damage decrease. So the Chadukin will only do 72 damage moving forward instead of the 80 pinpoint to the back. We'll still be able to one-shot direwolves. Alright, then the heavy PPC on the Innosphere side gets a slight heat increase, 13.5 up from 13. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it's a slight heat adjustment. We'll see how they turn out to be, but yeah. Also, they're saying that the fact that large number of weapons that are used in conjunction with heavy PPCs have had a heat reduction boost. So pumping up the heat on the heavy PPCs a little bit, because other weapons that are combined usually with heavy PPCs have received a heat reduction boost. Okay, I can see that. They are also reining in the light Gauss rifle in a sphere a little bit. The range is going to be decreased by about, what is that, 10-ish%? Yeah. Reasoning being, it was increased damage and removal of heat penalties have been the main reasons behind making this weapon a viable option. They're making a slight adjustment to make it equal to the standard Gauss rifle. Huh. I mean, I haven't really had the chance to use much light Gauss rifle yet, because there were so many weapon changes in the patch that I can't really have an opinion on this. But I mean, this doesn't look like an insane nerf of anything, so this should still be working basically the same way. Then there are changes to streaks, Clan and Innosphere. Missile health increased. Finally! Missile health increased. Finally. I don't know why the Clan missile health needs to be higher than the Innosphere missile health, because that serves no purpose in my opinion. But okay. Okay. While this objective was achieved in April, as an indirect consequence of improved AMS and laser AMS, streak SRMs were receiving more punishment than intended due to their much slower missile velocity. That's what I've been saying for months, guys. The health on streaks needs to be higher because you have to get very close to actually make them work. And why the longer range missile needs to have slightly more health, I don't know. But it's close enough to be almost negligible. So we'll let that pass. I'm happy that they're increasing missile health for streaks. Then here is the first agility pass, covering 8 chassis of the total 48 variants. So basically, that being said, we are looking at least 5 more months of agility pass changes. The Firestarter is going to get it. And basically what's going to happen in all of this, to sum it up, they will increase acceleration, deceleration, turn rate, torso speed, pitch angle, and yaw angle. So all will be improved as far as I can see that. I don't see anything that is decreased. Let's talk about mechs that I personally want to see movement speed increases and agility increases in general. The Hunchback 2C, really, really nice. Nightjar used to be super slow, is given a lot of extra speed. For example, the torso speed is now 90 degrees per second. So 90 degrees in 1 second. As opposed to before 63. So that is basically a 50% increase almost. Very, very nice. Also, pitch and yaw have been increased significantly as well. Timberwolf gets a lot of torso speed increase. Now almost 100 degrees per second. Oh, that is nice. Also more acceleration, more deceleration. So that's going to make the Timberwolf a lot more agile. Here we go. Atlas changes. Oh, that is going to be nice. The Boar's Head is going to turn at 60 degrees per second, and the torso speed is going to be 110 degrees per second. All other Atlas variants, 108 degrees per second. And pitch and yaw have also been increased significantly. I like that a lot. Finally, you'll be able to try and shield with your arms again in an Atlas with some halfway usable speed. So this is going to be nice, especially if you have brawling loadouts. Hopefully, though, you also end up on brawling maps and not something like Polar Highlands, because then, well, warning, incoming missile. But then you can still go ahead and work on your torso twists while you're walking through the rain. So, you know, gonna take it in stride. The Kodiak 3 that had been hit very hard beforehand. Let's see what happens to Kodiak 3. Acceleration and deceleration go up a little bit. Turn rate goes up by 5 degrees. Torso speed only 63 degrees per second. That still seems a little bit slow. I would have liked to see more here. But again, the Kodiak 3 is this like huge weapons platform for Dakar, so we'll see. It's a slight increase. We will also see that the other Kodiaks will have a 90 degrees per second torso speed, and here comes the Spirit Bear. This is the change I was most excited about because the Spirit Bear was dead after the engine desync, and that was, what, 4 years ago? Acceleration up, deceleration up, of course. The turn rate is now 45 degrees per second. Torso speed, almost 110 degrees per second. That's the torso speed equivalent to a Timberwolf. That is going to be juicy. And the yaw angle, 110 degrees. So instead of yawing like this, you go to here. Perfect. Love it. Love it. This is going to be revitalizing the Spirit Bear. For sure. We're going to play a lot of Spirit Bear moving forward, apparently. If you guys are not familiar with the Spirit Bear, look into my YouTube channel, look for the oldest videos, because this was my first Ace of Spades I ever got. Brawling Spirit Bear, AC20, LB20, and SRM6. Okay, so looking good here. No issues with mech agility changes. Any agility changes that go up are good at this point for the Stompy Rabbits. So, yeah. Moving forward, let's talk about mech armor redistribution. One of the fast changes made to address torso durability disadvantages of some mechs was transferring armor from arm components to torsos for better survival. While these changes achieved the goal of making torso components more durable, it created another issue wherein the affected mechs started losing their arms a lot faster. This issue was particularly detrimental to how well those mechs could perform, as these mechs have most of their main weapons in the arms. Yep, if you have most of your weapons in the arms need to be armored up like crazy. This patch reverts those changes, and torso durability are addressed by torso survival quirks. Alright. So let's see what happens. Okay. So they're reverting the original changes, but then adding quirks to compensate and adding okay. So let's see. Let's have a look at the side torso max armor and side torso structure here on the Stalker. The structure decreased by 5. The max armor decreased by 10, so 15 decreased, but a 14 armor perk added to both torsos. So they get like an equivalent of 1 less hit point. But the arm structure gets increased by 5 and the armor gets increased by 10. So for an effective 1 hit point less on the torso, you get an effective 15 extra health on your arms. That is nice. That is nice. Jägermech. Oh yes, Jägermech is one of those issues. They're giving armor quirks to CT and to torsos, once again increasing the arm armor and lowering the side torso armor and structure a little bit. All in all, same thing again, losing about 1 effective health on CT and torso. Alright, on the other side, 8 extra armor and 4 extra structure on the arms. So, who is getting these redistributions? Stalker, Jägermech, Cicada, Jenner, and Jenner 2C. I would have liked to see a Rifleman or Rifleman 2C here. Potentially also Madcap Bravo, I don't know. Like Madcap Bravo in particular. I'm not sure. I think the Bravo arms need to have extra armor as well. But I'll have to look into that, whether they already have some or not. But yeah. Rifleman 2C is kind of missing in my opinion. Because the Rifleman 2C arms are the easiest to shoot in all of them. And that's basically it, guys. That is basically it. That's all of the patch information right here. Just go have a look yourselves. I'm excited to try out these new changes, and we will be doing that, of course, in the next live stream. So if you're looking to get a first-hand glance on what's happening, then join me live next time we go live. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't done so yet, hit the thumbs up button to let me know that you like this kind of content. And hey, if you want to support me, check out my Patreon page or the various options available on Twitch. That is highly appreciated for anybody that chooses to do so. Have a great day, guys. This has been TTB. Have a good one. Bye-bye.